My name is Katie Eden, and today I'm doing a lesson over contextualized vocabulary, and my lesson plan title is idioms. I'm using imagery for the contextualized vocabulary to teach the idioms because a lot of English and Spanish learners or other language learners really benefit from imagery used when learning vocabulary or learning different vocabulary structures for sentences. So using the imagery and actual tactile in your hand and drawing pictures really helps them understand this. So they will have the ability to interpret literal and figurative meanings of idioms and the ability to research origins of idioms. This is second to third grade. I would say maybe later on in second grade because it is more focused on writing and writing different things. And they already have a basic knowledge of the English language and know how to use the dictionary. So here's my lesson. Alright class, today we're going to learn about idioms. Does anyone know what an idiom is? Anybody? No? Alright, well I'm going to have a chart that I'm going to hang up so we remember what an idiom is. But an idiom is an expression that cannot be fully understood by the meaning of the individual words that are contained within it. That's a really long definition, isn't it? So basically what an idiom is it's a sentence for something that maybe not be real. So has anyone ever heard their grandma or grandpa say, it's raining cats and dogs? Anybody? Yeah, grandma and grandpa say that a lot, don't they? Alright, well when they say it's raining cats and dogs, are cats and dogs really coming out from the sky? No, they're not, are they? No, what happens is it's raining really, really hard usually when they say that, right? Yeah, so that is a figurative of speech, and it makes it more creative. So when your grandma says it's raining cats and dogs, and you close your eyes, can you see cats and dogs coming down? And so we use idioms in our writing to make our writing more interesting and to paint a picture of what's happening. So it's not always real. Sometimes I know I'm so hungry I can eat a horse. Does Mrs. Eden really want to eat a horse? No. But that shows you I'm really hungry and I'll eat anything, including a horse. So today we are going to go into groups and we are going to learn, we are going to create idioms. So I'm going to give each group an idiom, and when I give you the idiom, you're going to research what the idiom is. You can use your tablets for this, or if you already know, great, then you can share it with your group. You're going to choose one person in your group of 3 to draw out the idiom. So if I say it's raining cats and dogs, how can I draw that? Let me get my board here. So it's raining cats and dogs. So I can draw what? Cats. Go ahead.
Cats and dogs.
Cats and dogs what? Am I drawing cats and dogs on the ground?
No, you're drawing them coming
out of the sky like raindrops. So I can draw maybe a cloud. And I can draw little cats and little dogs coming down from the sky. And I would label this, my label, remember what a label is? So I'm going to put an arrow because this is raining cats and dogs. Now, we don't want to give this away to our classmates because they're going to guess what this means. You're already going to know because you researched it. So we've already discussed it. Raining cats and dogs means what? That it's raining really, really hard. So on the back of my paper, I'm going to write the definition. And the definition that we came up with as a class is when they say it's raining cats and dogs, it means that it is raining very hard. And that's my definition. Now, there's 2 other people in your group. What do you think those people are going to do? Any guesses? All right, no guesses. So the other people in your group are going to act this out. So how can we act out raining cats and dogs?
Mommy, chase them.
All right, so we can maybe have people go in like this, like it's raining, right? And then when it's raining, you can go meow, ruff, ruff. So it's raining cats and dogs. And you just acted out the skit. And so we need to guess what that means. So then your classmates, you're going to come up front and you're going to explain to them that raining cats and dogs means, and they're going to guess, and when someone has it right, you'll let them know, yes, that's right. Our definition is that it's raining very hard. Does everybody understand this? And I wrote the instructions on the board. So student 1 will... No! No, thank you. Do not go down there. No. So student 1 will draw and label the idiom. And so you're going to do just like I did. You're going to draw and label that idiom. Student 2 and 3 will develop a brief skit. A brief skit is 1 to 2 minutes. I do not want it going past 2 minutes. You should be able to do this in about 30 seconds for most of these. I'm going to give everyone 30 minutes. This will be enough time for you to create your sketch and color it in with crayons so it looks nice, because you will be turning this in with all of your group's names on it for credit, and that will give you enough time to come up with a skit. If you would like to include student 1 in your skit, by all means, go right ahead. For raining cats and dogs, that probably would be a good idea, because number 1 can do rain, number 2 can be a cat, and number 3 can be a dog. So this will take some thinking outside of the box for you to come up with, and it will take some research to figure out what your idiom means. But I know that you all can do this. So you guys will be in groups of 5. Go ahead and team up with the people at your desk. So in your little triangle that you have, that's groups of 3. I think there's one group of 4. And here are your assignments. So this one will be group 1. You're going to have ants in your pants. So group 1, table 2, group 2, to have the cat get your tongue. Group 3, table 3, to have a cow. Group 4, to be in the doghouse. And group 5, to take the bull by the horns. So what are we doing? We're drawing a sketch of it, and we are doing a brief skit to act it out. All right, your time starts now. You have 30 minutes to complete this. At this time, the students will work together as a group. They will begin. I will be walking around. I'll be looking to make sure that they are staying on task, that they are doing the research correctly, and answering any questions that they may have. Let me just find my place. All right, class, time's up. It's been 30 minutes. Does anyone else need a little bit more time, or is everyone done? It looks like everyone was pretty much done. If you have some coloring to do, you don't need to worry about that right now. You might have some extra time after lunch. Let's see. We'll start with group number 1. So this time the group number 1 will come up. This is kind of like the review and closing. They are going to come up, show their little sketch. The class will guess what the sketch is, and after they guess, they're going to show their sketch, then they're going to do the skit, and then the class will guess what does their idiom mean. And the idioms that I gave them are all animal-based. A lot of students relate to animals, and a lot of our idioms are animal-based, so I think that it's a great lesson. Can you please be quiet? Thank you.
Mama.
So this is a great lesson for students to really get their hands on for the imagery for idioms. So class does their final presentation, and all right, class, that was great. I really liked how to have a cow, how you pretended like you were actually having a cow and it came out and said moo. That was very creative. And taking the bull by the horns. Maybe next time we don't need to ride someone's back. That's probably not very safe, but it was a good representation of taking the bull by the horns. What was your favorite idiom? Which one did you like or that you've heard before? How many people have heard to have ants in your pants? Everybody's heard that, right? It means we have the wiggle worms, squiggling, ants in your pants moving too much. What about the cat got your tongue? That's funny. That was an older one that they used a longer time ago, so I don't hear that very often anymore. To have a cow is pretty common. To be in the doghouse. That one was a little bit difficult. A lot of you didn't know that one, but sometimes your moms may say that to your dads. You're in the doghouse because you're in trouble and that you can't be in the house right now. And to take the bull by the horns. I think that's a good thing for all of us to live by, that we should always take the bull by the horns and take the initiative. So you guys did a really good job. I want you to go ahead and clean up your desk. If you have crayons and you need more time after lunch to color, go ahead and leave those on your desk so I know how many people have time still. And go ahead and line up for lunch.